missing me the HD meds. I mean, I'm not sticking tonight, but who cares? I want to get some grinding done. What's the worst that could happen with these things?
Was in the beginning, the great god of all creation. Arceus, a strange Pokemon god thing that looked like a horse and a dragon fused together, created millions and billions of continuities that fanboys have come to argue over which is better. This is the story of the greatest anime franchise, not to mention an app that nearly destroyed pornography for a few days in popularity, but it's quickly been forgotten and is only played nowadays by a bunch of autistic weirdos. Now, Pokemon has been undeniably one of the biggest factors that has spawned the modern-day nerddom's obsession with Nintendo here in America. You could say Mario started, but what really made Nintendo popular amongst this generation was Pokemon. I mean, every one of my friends I've ever met either played the games watched the anime when they were kids, both collected the cards. It was one of the biggest multimedia franchises of the time, and still is, and is actually one of the few games that from the 90s I think has made a huge resurgence with gusto. Tell the truth, Pokemon has always been a huge part of my life. It was like one of the first games I ever bought. Gold was the first Game Boy game I ever got. It's the first game I ever beat. And my favorite Pokemon gens in general, Gen 1, Gen 2, and then skip a few years to Gen. Pokemon has undeniably been one of the first animes I've ever gotten into. I love the characters. I thought the original first couple seasons were so much more. They were so adventurous. I mean, Pokemon, the games, the anime in general, at one point were so synonymous. They took kids on all these imaginary adventures. You grew up with Ash Ketchum. You grew up with Red. You grew up with the adventures of Pikachu. You grew up with all these characters going on their zany adventures, going on all these quests, going on like your Pokemon journey to achieve your goals. I mean, that's something that the two work together so well with. You went on these adventures to grow up. You lived your childhood fantasies. It was such a brilliant game. It was so lighthearted and simple, but so nostalgic, and still is. And now Pokemon's trying to change up the formula, and they're making it more different. It's such a great game, and with every great franchise, there comes extremists. There comes diehards. There comes dark interpretations of how this simplistic childhood fantasy plays out. I mean, for example, now what I'm about to tell you are all theories I've heard around the internet, and I'm a huge... Before I get started, like I said, I'm a huge fan of the Pokemon anime. I still watch Gen 6 and Gen 7. You can mock me if you want. I enjoy the simplistic adventures of these characters of Ash and whatnot. I enjoy the simplistic childhood adventure, just being upbeat, trying to follow his dreams, following his quests, to never giving up and shit like that. Just continuing your dreams, chasing the dream. That's why I love Pokemon and One Piece. Why those are my favorite anime. But I also enjoy the characters that came out lately. I mean, some of the characters in the last two gens have actually really, I felt like, great replacements for the characters that we've lost along the way. I mean, some of the new companions in the anime, I think, should stay. I think there's some characters that should return and stay there. Mockingham Pacifics, I mean, there's like characters I feel that I agree with a lot of these series that should return and should become more than what they're being given. That I think that we could see grow up with Ash, that we could see develop relationships with. We can, not being weird, we could see these characters grow up. We could see all these kids age like they do in the games. Like in Sun Moon, the Red and Blue have aged into 20-year-old guys, and we could see that in Pokemon. I would like to see that. I would love to see relationships develop. I'd like to see them grow out being 10-year-olds who go on all these adventures and go to middle school, grow up, and like develop as human beings and develop their relationships with their Pokemon and one another. Now, what I'm about to tell you are theories that go beyond the weird, that take these things and take it to the extreme. Like, dear God, there's like theories in the games that the Pokemon world is in the middle of this world war being torn apart by fascist regimes. That Johto is conquered by Kanto, and now all the men have been sent off to fight in the rebellion and shit, and there's like this civil war going on. That's why you only see old men and kids ever around any of the Pokemon games. That most of the Pokemon hemisphere is covered in this never-ending war. That's a legit theory. There are like a lot of like fan art and shit to this, and yeah, isn't that weird? I mean, imagine that, like a Pokemon world where there's like snipers hanging off in like the corners of towers, like sniping people, and like imagine like a kid walking around with his little Pikachu, and then the kid gets shot, and Pikachu's like hovering over him. I'm serious. Some people legitimately have ideas like this. Imagine a Pokemon Call of Duty, like a all silent on the Western Front. That'd be so entertaining. Such a drastic change. It really appeases the older audience. I really think it'd really bring in a lot of older hardcore fans. Don't you think? And now on to the other theories of the Pokemon
Another
series.
theory that the entire Pokemon anime, since the end of episode 1, has just been, well, a dream! No, not like Purgatory from Lost, but something that's actually well written, and it's actually a really interesting but very dark theory, that Ash actually got shocked so hard by that Thunderbolt during that storm, at the end of the first episode. He's been in a coma for years and years on end, and that's why he's never aged throughout the entire anime series. Why he's always been wandering around, never aging as a child, going on all these adventures, never traveling all these vast distances without anything changing. Why his all these characters he meets all look the same, like the endless cops, the endless nurses, or why his other friends look so much older and represent what he fantasizes, what he wants kids his age to look like. There's like theories Brock's like some sort of suppressed sexual urge of his, and that every girl he meets is just the representation of the phases kids go through when they're growing up. It's an interesting theory. I mean, it's really dark. Come on. The theory that he's in a coma and he's near death and that he's like in this never-ending dream state. Doesn't that sound so cool? I mean, it's so surreal, you know? It's like life is pain. Growing up is pain. And this way, he never ages. He never stops going on this endless adventure. He never achieves anything. He just goes on this endless adventure, just exploring the world, getting all these zany little mishaps with weird characters, fighting the same bad guys over and over again. It's like doesn't every kid want to be stuck in their own cartoon world and be stuck there for the rest of eternity, never achieving anything? I mean, isn't that so cool, you know? Never having any responsibilities, never getting laid, never knowing the joys of being a parent. Isn't that so cool? You never have to worry about frickin' paying a mortgage. It's just a simplistic world. You wander around the world for all eternity with a little yellow rabbit cat thing on your shoulder for all eternity. That sounds so cool. It's like heaven. Huh. And, now on to the next theory. This is, well, not theory, this is just where I'm going to combine all the theories for the future of the Pokemon franchise, particularly the next-gen anime, and what people, and not just the anime, but what people expect from Pokemon this year. So, here we go. So, a lot of people think Ash is gonna ever since Ash lost the last league and he was terribly beaten, that people think he finally just gave up on his hopeless dream and grew up like the rest of us and decided to go to school. He's starting to age. He's gonna age. Yeah, he's gonna go to middle school in frickin' Pokemon Hawaii, and he's gonna probably have mentors with Magnum PI or Pooch and shit, and you're probably gonna he lives on an island now, lives with a weird-looking professor, and he, goes to a school full of a bunch of teenagers, so maybe that's proof he's grown up, and he's getting hormones, he might get in relationships, might get his ass kicked. Maybe he'll stop being such a dumbass. Maybe he'll start doing drugs, you know? Maybe he'll one day he'll be tempted by a rare candy, and he'll ingest it and whatnot, and he'll start experiencing things, and he'll start, exploring life and seeing there's more to life than just battling and going on never-ending stupid adventures that never get you anything. And eventually there's this girl he met, the only girl he ever the only girl he ever really got anywhere with. And she's gonna come back, and they're gonna age years down the road. They're gonna meet up, and one night he's gonna do something he's really gonna regret. He's gonna get really drunk and impregnate her, and they're gonna have a very hard choice in their hands. And he's finally gonna do something with his life and take over this dirt town country of islands, and become their king. But this glory of this island nation that no one knows about and cares about will eventually fade, and eventually he'll go back to his life. He'll go back to his life-seeking venture, will press them all their money. They'll lose all their cash, they'll go back to their old dirt poor farming home in Kanto, where Ash and Serena will settle down, and Ash will eventually get so drunk he'll leave her and leave his bastard child with Pikachu, and he did such a terrible job raising this kid. The kid's just like him. The kid's going to continue down the same adventure his father did, thus continuing the cycle. And thus, the cycle continues anew. But instead of going to new regions, you see it through all the old regions through the eyes of a new child. That is my theory for the Pokemon anime this year. I don't know, that sounds fucking awesome to me. It's so real, you know, like, I hope there's, like, middle school fights, like a freaking, not like Degrassi or shit like that, but I'm talking like a funny, like, parody of school. Like, they've already, this new season's been a parody of middle school. What if he gets his ass kicked? What if he starts using drugs? Like, what if he starts feeling hormones and starts exploring things? Like, the sexual drive to the human being. What if he starts doing rare candies, like I said? What if he wants to learn how to drive or something, and he winds up getting into a Hummer accident and winds up running over Meowth, and it's like, you know, yeah, and what if he gets so tired of those freaking idiot Team Rocket following him around all the time, finally gets the balls, gets old enough to grab a gun, and does what comes naturally. It's them all in gang warfare. Instead of just being a bunch of colorful villains, actually there's like gang warfare now, like gang warfare in the streets of Loa. Like frickin' blowing the cap out from Team Skull, busting some caps. Wouldn't that be awesome? And seeing a teenage romance, but not in a really gay-ass way, but in a really funny, realistic way, like saying this chick, pregnant her. I mean, Serena's the only chick who's ever, like, freaking had a relationship with. Wouldn't that be funny? That'd be so realistic. I would love if Pokemon did this. This would be my version of Pokemon, an adult, angsty, middle school Pokemon, like, turn Ash into an emo like Sasuke. That'd be pretty awesome. And these are my interpretations of Pokemon, and my views of where it's going, and what I hope it will become, and just my shout out to the community. You guys have done such a good job keeping this show alive for so long, this game alive. You are a dedicated fan base. You've never, a lot of us, most Pokemon fans never stopped being Pokemon fans. We've always played the games. Pokemon Go, that terrible app, brought us all back together. It's reinvigorated our spirits for Pokemon. It lasted brief, but it was a spark, you know? And we are like Ash, and hopefully Ash will grow up like us, and we'll all be impregnating our own women pretty soon and giving off on our adventures and our dreams, going down some dirt poor town and raise our own kids.
Sharp attack! A powerful blow! What's that? It's not very effective. It's a fierce battle. There! Fire! That's it! Yes, it's going down! There's only one Pokemon left to come out. Oh, it's Blastoise! This is the last Pokemon. The heated action continues. The trainer's switching Pokemon. Oh, it's Suicune! It raised its defense. What impact will this Pokemon switch have on the battle? It's still not going to attack. What's this? That didn't do much. The white-hot battle continues. Okay. How's that? A light tap. Accuracy is down. What now? A light hit. Both battlers still look fresh and ready for more. They go into battle pose. What next? Whoops, that missed. Terrifying roar. The move didn't quite work. Neither combatant is showing signs of fatigue yet. Combatants face each other. Here comes the Pokemon Switch. This Pokemon is rejoining the battle. What'll it do? That did little damage. How will this newly switched out Pokemon fare? Terrifying, scary face! Oh, its speed is down. Hydro Pump! That's it! Oh, knockout! We're eagerly awaiting the appearance of the next Pokemon. The Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball. The number of remaining Pokemon is 2-1. The tense battle continues. Both get ready to go. What's this? That didn't accomplish much. How's that? No, the move failed. These Pokemon are equally fit. There's plenty of fight left in both of them. What now? That was a glancing blow. There's the attack. A light tap. The stat changer succeeded. Both battlers still look fresh and ready for more. What next? Whoops, that missed.
And before I go, there's this one last topic of the Pokemon community that, although I love the Pokemon community, I love YouTubers like Chornik and whatnot. I think they're hilarious, and I like how they're keeping the series alive. But this is where it gets sickening. I love the characters of X and Y and Z, and I really hope some of them return, like Serena and Clement. I would really like if they return to. I want the character maybe Brock, but those are the characters I want to come back and play a significant role, especially if they're gonna do these theories about returning old characters. These do tend to be true, but some fans have carried on Pokemon, and they've done something horrible called shipping. A terrible thing where they take the relationships of characters that normal people enjoy, but they turn into something even worse than the whole Twilight abomination from years and years ago. I'm telling you, there are literally shipping wars going on YouTube right now, where the fans of X and Y and the fans of the various Alola characters are being very vendetta. I mean, there's fan art, there's all these disgusting fan fictions of 10-year-old Japanese kids having relationships. I mean, that's almost like full-blown pedophilia. I'm sorry, but what kind of person dedicates their time to writing a short novel about 10-year-old kids fucking one another? I mean, at least in my theory, the only theories I like right now, there are middle schoolers and they're doing this, but come on. Please, for the love of all that's holy, why would you imagine a bunch of 10-year-olds doing it? And that's fucked up. But there's nothing worse than shipping. I can tolerate shipping. I mean, I enjoy the relationships between characters in a lot of shows. I've enjoyed it in regular show. Well, I did. When I was younger, I enjoyed the relationships on shows like X-Files and whatnot. I enjoy when two main characters the show focuses around.
grow closer together. I enjoy that. I mean, as a viewer, I enjoy watching relationships develop, whether it be friends or romantic stuff, whatever. But here's where it gets really, really something even more effed up than worshipping is waifu. There are some people who have not only sexual fantasies and obsessions with Japanese little girls, but there's people who have these obsessions with the Pokemon themselves and have fan fictions of them taking little Pokemon like Pikachu and Eevee and Jinx and taking them to small rooms and doing what comes natural. It's very dark. But the name of this in general is called waifu. It's about the certain grass Pokemon that always almost looks like a frickin' humanoid female Pokemon that hides in the grass and has a dress, and there's just the fan art is disgusting. There are people who literally say what they do to waifu, and it's gross. But I care more about Pikachu. How could you do that to Pikachu? That's worse than molesting freaking celebrity baby, man. That's fucked up. Look, I love the Pokemon community. I love anime. And the best anime I ever saw, I loved because was Naruto and the relationships between the main characters in that show and how various people interacted. Come on, there's limits, man. There are certain boundaries you shouldn't touch. There's some things in the human psychosis that should not be done. But in closing, I want to say I love the Pokemon community. I mean, I want to host Pokemon this year, not just for the games, the anime, but hopefully we get more things like Origins. Hopefully we get that new movie coming out. Celebrating the 20th anniversary is freaking badass. I hope all these series I've revealed, well, the ones I've formed my ultimate theory for Pokemon come true in their own way. Maybe not to the whole angsty teen thing, but still, like, mature. Like, I want to see the show mature and finally start growing up, and, like, I want to see it become like an anime where people can't, where even, like, 20-year-olds in middle schoolers can relate to it. Like, they can see their day-to-day lives going. They can see these characters growing up and developing relationships. And that's really why I feel we should bring back some older characters that I think could help the series mature. I mean, even the characters we have right now, some new campaigns and Aloha Google. And game-wise, there's even rumors that Stars is coming out. A freaking Pokemon game that's a sequel to Sun Moon is coming out for the Nintendo Switch, and I'm pretty much psyched for that. And like I said, I'm changing my channel directive less from Star Wars to more other retro games, covering games I feel like are gonna have a huge impact this year. I think it's gonna be a great year. Mass Effect Andromeda is coming out. Finally getting close to that Final Fantasy review. Yeah, it's gonna be a great year. But there is one thing I just want to say. Never, ever, ever mock me, Pokemon. Those of you who mock this great show, you can mock anime in general, but when you mock Pokemon, the games, the series, and the fandom, I mean, it's not funny. It's not like what I'm doing here. It's funny satire. I'm doing it as Pokemon. If you mock us, we will hunt you down, and we will burn you. Bye-bye.